Let's jump Total War here, and today we're going to test out a new potential Doom stack. So, this person in his Knights of Caledor campaign has created an army that is 18 resistant handmaidens. So all of these handmaidens have the resistant trait, which is the preferable one to get if you want to attach to an army. I believe what that does is increases melee defense for the entire army, increases magic and missile resistance. So looking at that, yeah, they've all got like, they're basically immune to magic. But I think the missile resistance only accounts for if it's an actual infantry unit, which they're not considered. Anyway, so we're up against two full stacks of Nagarond, and it's giving us even match. We're the attacker here, so we could lightning strike them, but this is an opportunity here to test this out. So I want to see how this does. Now, this isn't really a practical army to get, because getting 18 of these resistant handmaidens would take ages, and this is turn 377 in this campaign, which... that's a long time to have gotten that. Shouldn't take that long. But he did say that he got fairly unlucky in, getting enough of them. But we'll see how this does, because like I usually just put one or even two of these handmaidens in my armies, and I really like these heroes. So we'll see how 18 of them do. So must be at sea because we're finding black arcs here, and so we got life magic here. We can use that to heal them. And are they all on... Yep, they're all on horseback. I don't think they're barded horses, which is good because you want them to be fast. Alright. I don't think they're all max level. Let's just keep these back here for now. And let's just see how we go with this. Because yeah, I made 186 melee defense. They're going to be so hard to hit, even if they are on horseback. Which, if you don't know, horses are terrible mounts. They kind of increase your chances of getting hit, just because they're bigger than being on foot. So first thing I'm going to try to do is take out that dragon. How much magic do we have? Alright, we got heaps. They probably get heaps of disciples of the Phoenix in there. That's increasing their when's the magic? Alright, so yeah, like, it's not doing a ton of damage at all. Alright, they've got bonus versus large. Let's chuck him into melee, and we'll see how we go. I'll have the dragon over here. Just stay close by if they need some heals. So yeah, any kind of magic damage is just really not going to do anything at all to us. Can't heal indefinitely. But yeah, in melee, they seem to be doing pretty well. Like, they're just not really taking very much damage. I don't know if this is Doomstack worthy so far. I mean, usually Doomstacks can, like really weird Doomstacks, they can inflict tons of damage really quickly. But let's just see how they go. Because, like, their shots weren't really doing that much damage to the dragon. The dragon's down now, though. We've also got this fire wizard, but I'll just keep that in reserve if things go badly. The whole point of this is to test out the handmaidens. Now, the resistant trait isn't going to increase the amount of damage that they do either. It's just all about that melee defense. Alright, let's go into melee with this War Hydra here and see how they go about taking it out. Because yeah, that War Hydra should have only like a 10% chance of even hitting any of them. Took it down pretty quickly. This isn't ideal here. I didn't want this one to come into melee. I'll have to go send the dragon to go and help it. I think what I'll do here is just going to melee with it and drop this down on them. So how are they going against Blackguard of Naggarond? I mean, those spells there that they're doing from the Black Arcs, it's going to do more damage to the road trips than to us. Alright, the Fire Whiz is doing just fine on its own. Barely even took any damage. And they've got Dark Conduit as well, but that's not really going to affect us. Alright, we need to get rid of these artillery here. Jeez, there are only 2 winds of magic. We can cast so many of them. It's definitely more efficient than regrowth. More dragons incoming. Left behind. No one gets left behind. They're best sticking together. Alright, some of them take a little bit of damage now. Not sure if this will do much, but lowering their melee attack by a little bit, I mean, it shouldn't actually help at all, because there's always going to be a minimum of 10% chance that they'll hit us. See what abilities we can see in here. Probably shouldn't pop that one down just then. Oh yeah, this one's gonna have tons of melee defense as well, so yeah, it's totally fine on there. Oh, this is a good one. Let's pop this down. And they can't move and take extra fire damage. Yeah, have some chain lightning. Actually, I reckon they'll be able to beat that dragon because, you know, 150 melee defense, the dragon's not going to be able to land a hit. Oh, got another one.
Devoted servant. Handmaiden of the Everqueen.
Yeah, this is very powerful, especially with these abilities in there. Get them to pin them all down and then just... Like if I had bothered to use Flamestorm in this, because I didn't really want to see how the magic does, because you can always do a ton of magic, damage with magic. I just wanted to see how long they could actually hold out here, and they're holding out really well. Like, none of them have even come to their max healing yet. And the enemy army's been smashed. Haven't used any dragon breaths yet. Let's use one. Okay, where's... Oh, hang on.
Handmaiden of the Everqueen. Maiden Guard. Handmaiden of Alario. Handmaiden of
Alright,
the
these ones here
Everqueen.
have it. I'm going to try and get rid of these dark shards here. So it increases the weakness to fire.
Asturians fire.
Yeah, and with essentially 90% magic resistance, I know it's 117% or whatever, but you can't actually have 100% magic resistance. But with that, you can cast the spells right on top of them, no big deal.
Destiny sends me. Behold my power.
I don't need to worry about this doing any damage to them either, because it should be... Actually, I think it might be physical damage. I'm not sure.
Carried by the winds. Handmaiden of the Everqueen. Loyal Guardian. Handmaiden of the Everqueen. Where I predicted. Ultimate repositioning.
Just about all at full health. And I think there's the army losses. Now we just got to take out the unbreakable captains. So how'd they go for kills? Not very many. Apart from those abilities. But yeah, they held the line really well.
Handmaiden of the Everqueen. Loyal
So,
Guardian.
is this a viable Doomstack? Not really. I mean, you're unlikely going to get this before 150 turns into a campaign. At which point in any high elf campaigns, like, you could have whatever you want in your armies by that point. If you want to hire nothing but war lions of Krace, or even just nothing but eagles, you'd have so much money, as long as you're playing it correctly. Yeah, it just wouldn't matter.
Sister of Avalon. Guardian.
So I suppose the other alternative to using a handmaiden spam is to use incendiary ones, which would be better at dishing out damage, but they would have low melee defense by comparison, so they wouldn't be good at tanking.
My journey continues.
What's left? What haven't we defeated yet?
Handmaiden of the Everqueen.
Oh, this guy's still here. There we go.
Guided by light.
Well, walked out of there, practically no damage. Wow. I mean, I'm not super surprised it did well, but it definitely exceeded my expectations. Those bound fiery convocations were really helpful in speeding things up. We could have sped things up a lot more if I had bothered to use the fire wizard as well, but I really wanted to see how well they did. None of them reached their max cap for healing. They were really
Protects.
quite resistant. So there you go. It's definitely a trait worth getting. Just to show you real quick. This guy's just about finished the campaign. What the trait does. For those of you who just don't know. Yeah, so magic resistance for all units in the hero's army. Missile resistance is just for infantry units, so yeah, it's not applying to them. And then melee defense +5 for the hero's army. So that's really useful. What I would recommend, though, in the armies is rather having one army spammed with resistant handmaidens, maybe put 1 or 2 in each of your armies if you're going to go Sisters of Avalon spam. Because that extra 5 or 10 melee defense really does come in handy, especially when you're dealing with cavalry-based armies that are going to charge at you and you're not going to get that many shots off before they come into melee. Anyway, that's the end of this one. Really interesting battle here. Interesting to see these handmaiden spam in action. So thanks to the guy for sending this in. It obviously wasn't a disaster, but it didn't need me to fix it for him. I think he just wanted me to have a look at it and get my opinion. And yeah, I appreciate that. If you've got interesting Doom stacks that are really sort of obscure, do feel free to send it to me and I'll have a look. But yeah, appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time, fuckers.